Welcome to episode number 35 of his Babe Ruth Jr. Road to the Show series. And today I'm obviously playing my Babe Ruth Jr. Road to the Show series for the first time in a long time. First episode of the series, I believe, since like June 1st of last year, which, yeah, I know that's been what? Right then, April, May, June. It's been like 9 months, but better late than never. About to play Babe Ruth Jr. Road to the Show, obviously. He's an 88 diamond. He's just completely playing like he's playing out of his mind, really. He's batting .411, 48 home runs, 141 RBIs, a .411 on base percentage. Because obviously I'm on the easiest difficulty here in MLB Show 20, so that's why he's the same on base percentage as average, because he doesn't walk. The only time he walks is if it's an intentional walk, and then he's a sled in 843. But still, home runs, he's 2 away from 50. RBIs, he's at 141, like I said. He's batting .411. The Phillies, he's on the Philadelphia Phillies, they're 75 and 55, so they're 20 games above 500. And right now, there are 3 games up on the Atlanta Braves. And right now, there are 3 games up on the Atlanta Braves for first place in the NL East. Sorry about I haven't been posting that much recently, just because I've been busy with school and other stuff like school, church, family, all that good stuff. And I haven't posted a baseball. I just have MLB Show 20 or MLB Show 21 video in a couple of weeks. I don't know, it's been more than 2 weeks. It's been like a month. But it's been busy, like I said, with school, family, and church, which that's a priority over this. There's obviously jobs number 1, family and friends number 2, and then school is number 3. So, yeah, we're about to play 6 games in this episode, 2 3-game series. The first 3 games are, the first 3-game series is a 3-game series, obviously, against the Mets in New York, and then the second 3-game series is obviously a 3-game series, like I said. It's 3 games, obviously, against the Reds at home. So it's 3 games against the Mets in New York, and then 3 games against the Reds at home. And then the next episode of the series, I'm not sure when it's going to be in real life, but in this game, it will be the last 2 series of the regular season. 7 games, though, because there's a 4-game series and a 3-game series. It's, like I said, total 7 games. It's a 4-game series against the Braves, who are right now in 2nd place. 3 games behind the Phillies for first place in the NL East. We play them for 4, the Phillies do. The Phillies have a 4-game series against the Braves in Atlanta, and then a 3-game series against the Nationals in Washington, D.C. So the next episode of a series in this game, I'm not sure when it's going to up in real life, but in this game, it will be the next series, or in this game, I'm not sure when the next episode of the series will be in real life, but in this game, it will be the last 2 series of the regular season. 4 games against the Braves in Atlanta, and 3 games against the Nationals in our nation's capital, which is obviously Washington, D.C. So yeah, he's an 88 diamond. Let's look at the stats quickly. I mean, he's a 93 power, plus 93 power plus 13, so really he's a 106. And then it's righties, and then lefties 84 plus 9, so that would be really 93. And then contact 76 against righties, 74 against lefties, plus 3 for contact. So really contact is 79 versus righties, and then 76 against lefties. Stats: 123 games, like I said. He has 54 doubles, 7 triples, 48 home runs, 141 RBIs. He's batting .411. He's struck out 3 times. He's walked 3 times. I believe all intentional. He has 12 stolen bases. He's been caught 16 times, though. Before this, he played for Seattle in 2019 and 2020, but he was a bench player. And then I demanded a trade because they weren't starting me. They traded me to Philly, obviously, to the Phillies, and they're starting me, and look what I'm doing. He's got A potential, and that's also going up. His potential is A potential, or his potential is, he's an A potential, and it's going up, and he's an 88 overall, and that's also going up. He's bats left-handed, throws left-handed. He's 2'10", 6'2", 22 years old, from Maryland. His primary position is right field, but he also knows by first base. He's been in the lead for a while. He has 2.150 MLB service time. So, yeah. Let's get into the game. We're probably have a day off here. Out of the 4 Mondays in August, we have 3 of them are off. But here we have first game. It's Edmund Sizemore for us, which I don't think that's a real player, versus Robert Gulsman, whoever the heck that is. So they probably only have activity as, batting cage, practice field, training facility, visit the day off. Let's go to that. There's a mini game, but usually, even if I'm not filming, I still don't do it usually. But, yes, yeah. And now... there better not be a challenge here, right? I like to see you work on doing all the... You can't out of that foot speed. Oh, for a second I thought there was going to be like a speed-in challenge where I had to do like a speed-in practice challenge or something, but I'm batting third in right field. 88 overall, Babe Ruth Jr. is, and he's on fire. This team is Jason Kipnis. They do have George Springer and Andrew McCutcheon and Michael Conforto. They also have Wilmer Flores and Kevin Puetti and some other people that I don't think are real players. I have an active boost with everybody except for Travis Shaw, the first baseman, and Hunter Dozier, the third baseman. I think they're new, because I'm unfamiliar with them. Everyone else, I'm matched with the center fielder Henry Fernandez, and the other ones I'm bros with or I'm friendly with. But for Dozier and Shaw, I'm unfamiliar with. Let's watch a prediction. Mavis Sturgeon.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Philadelphia Phillies and the
Mets are 62 and 70. We're 75 and 55, obviously. Let's get into it. I'll be batting in the first inning. That's 1-0 Phillies already. Runner at third, nobody out. So we have one on, one in, and the one on is 90 feet away from scoring. Gets the high fastball, infield's back. That runner will score even if it's caught, and it is caught. But he was on the edge of the warning track, and that runner is safe by a lot. I mean, by the time the throw came in, the runner was already out of the home plate area with the dirt. So it's a sac fly. Doesn't count as official at bat. So my average is still 411. I have 142 RBIs now. 3-0 Phillies. Runner at first, 2 outs, top second. Oh, I thought you did a slide step right there. Last 3 innings, 4 home runs and 9 RBIs. I don't think that includes the RBI I had in the first inning. And if it does, then 9 RBIs still. If it doesn't, then 10 RBIs. There he goes. That's a high fastball. I grounded it right to Kipnis. And an over. So it's I think we got 2 in the first and probably 1 in the second maybe. Sorry, I just bumped the tripod the camera's on. Or bumped the tray table the tripod's on. Obviously the camera's on the tripod. Here we go. 5-2. Philly in the fourth. And that was hit a mile with foul. 411 on base percentage, third in the NL. I'm thin on first in average though. And that's a ground ball to the first baseman. So I'm what? 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs and a sac fly. We're still up by 3 though. And I didn't show you this, but oh my, the bases are loaded. I'll tell you, bases loaded, 1 out, top sits. We're up 6-2, and Steven Smith. Here we go. Oh, that ball is grounded past Kipnis into right center base hit. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and the runner at first will go all the way to third. As the runners at second and third both score, and the runner at first goes to third. It's a 2 RBI single for Babe Ruth Jr. And the Phillies lead by 6 here in the 6th. Here's Shaw. Runs in the corners, 1 out, 1-2 pitch, and he got jammed right to Kipnis. And remember and also I have to address something. Well, I have to address 2 things. And by the way, when you're on that base hit and that pop up, the camera I think was crooked and or the TV was cut off. Remember, when the screen on the TV moves, the screen on the camera moves. So if the TV is cut off and or if the camera's crooked, I try to fix it as soon as I can, but I can't do it always. And also the second thing I address is the Phillies are dead last in pitching. 30th. There's 30 MLB teams that are dead last, which means they're 30th in pitching. But right now we're in a playoff spot. Obviously we're up 3 ends on the Braves for first place in the NL East, and I mean, yes, we're dead last in pitching, but our offense is pretty good. But hopefully we can get out of that. Hopefully we get better pitching, because one of these times, especially if we get to the playoffs, knock on wood, for the playoffs, they're gonna pitching probably gonna cost us at some point. Hopefully it doesn't, but just when you have dead last for pitching, it just seems like it's gonna happen. Because here it's 8-2, but it's like not every game you're gonna have 8 runs, and there's still 4 more innings to go. Ground ball, that ball went it past Kipnis in the right field base hit. RBI signal for that. Then it was Travis Shaw, wasn't it? No. And that was Hunter Dozier, I believe. Here's Chris Baez. That was Hunter Dozier. And the Phillies now lead by 7 here in the 6th. Here we go. Here's Baez. Chris Baez. No relation to Javier Baez. I think that Chris Baez is a fake player. Inning's over, but we're up by 7 after 5.5, and I'll be up again. The 2 outs, numbers on bottom 7, 9-2, Philly. And here's George Springer against Brian Lim out of the bullpen. And that ball is right here. And the inning is over. We're up by 7 after 7 here in New York. We're at 10-2 now. No runners on, 1 out. Top 8. We're up by 8, and lefty versus lefty here. Oh, that was a fastball. We're up by a touchdown and a 2-point diversion if we were playing football, but we're not. We're playing baseball. And that is right to Sprinter. Not right to him, but he goes over and makes a catch. I went, what, 1 for 3? 1 for 4? 1 for 4, I think. But I had 3 RBIs in that game. It should be over, probably. It's not over yet. Pinch hitter for the pitcher. No runners on, 1 out. Bottom 9. We're up by 7 or 8. We're up by 8. That should be a 7 out. And light to Dizelle, 2 down. You can see almost all the fans left. Ball game, we win. First save of his career. It's Brian Lim. The reason he not to save in an 8-run game is because he went 3 innings. And if you go 3 innings, that is, you do the save regardless of what the score is. So got a 9-out save. Got a 9-out save, which means he went 3 full innings. I did only go 1 for 4 on the 4th. Yeah, it is a rare 3-inning save. I was the 4th notable player for Philly. 1 for 4 with obviously a single and 3 RBIs. Obviously had the 2-run single and then that, or I had the tack fly and then the 2-run single. And it looks like Baez homered, Shaw homered, and then Elmar Gonzalez, which I think all 3. Oh, Travis Shaw's not fade. I think Chris Baez is, and Elmar Gonzalez is fade. But either way, Gonzalez had a homer and a triple and 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Baez had a home run, 2 singles, 2 RBIs and a run scored. Shaw had a home run, RBI and 2 runs scored. Obviously, Babe Ruth Jr. had 1 for 4 with single, sac fly, and 3 RBIs. So that's sac fly and then the 2-run single. But we won by 8. Let's end the game 2 of the series and game 2 of the episode. Let's watch your presentation, Matt Sturgeon. It is the next game. Just making sure. And their pitcher is Seth Ludo, 12-8, with like a 3, just over 3.5 ERA. This looks what the end, so I'll see you on the other side. He didn't miss anything. Runner at second, 1 out. Top 1, no score-offs. I'm batting third. Henry Fernandez at second. Babe Ruth Jr. is batting 410, 48 home runs, and 144 RBIs. And that's a ground ball. Runner will advance. Is it fair? It is. And it was tagging me up the first baseline. 3 unassisted. Runner will advance. There's 2 outs now with a runner at third. So that was about, what, 60-foot chopper down the line. And we do not score. Here's Chipman's leading the game off for the Mets in the bottom of the first. No score here in Queens. That is where the Citi Field is, home of the New York Mets. And now I'm right there. 1 out. I know I haven't filmed an episode of some Road to the Show series in it forever. It just happens in the off season, especially when around the Super Bowl, which now is over. MLB The Show 22 comes out in I think what, April 1st if you did early access. But either way, it's like a month away. Here with 2 outs. I did this. No, I did not realize it was all the way over. And that's going to be a double. And I had a runner at second base, and that batter would hit the second base while the runner at second before that play would get in. 1-0 Mets. Now 2-1 Mets. Here's Richie Porter, no runners on, no outs, bottom 2. 2-1 New York, and that will be a base hit. And yeah, I was just trying to see if I didn't hit at first. He's 68 speed though, so he was safe. And Shaw wasn't even covering. And it's now 3-1 New York. No runners on, 1 out. Top 3. I did not realize that ball was all the way over in the corner. I didn't realize how fast it was falling. That's a line drive fielded on a short up by Tipnis. Man, I could have hit that out of the park, but I got under it. Or not under it, but I got on top of it. 3-2 New York now. No runners on, 1 out. Top 5, so within 1. I'm 0 for 2 with, what, 2 groundouts. And I said round ball to Tipnis. I'm hitting him on the nose. And that ball is kind of high, but I thought first baseman tipped the foot on the bat, 2 down. It's still 3-2. Runner at first, 2 outs, top 7. 1 for 7, obviously, with those 3 RBIs. The 2-run single and the sac fly. No hitter at the plate. At the line drive, it's fair. And I feel by the second baseman. I don't know why the runner at first froze for a second. That's because he wanted to make sure he wasn't going to hit with the ball. Because if you do hit with the ball, even if you're on the bad, you're out. As long as you're in fair territory. Here we go. Here's Shaw, 2-on-2 out. And it's a ground ball, but right to the first baseman. And I probably would have up it then. It's not guaranteed though. Runner at second, nobody out. Bottom 7 for Richie Porter is 1 for 2. Hopefully we can't give up another run. I'm not guaranteed they did up it then. We just need a few base runners for me to get up it then. Here we go. And now I hit the wrong button. I hit the second base button instead of third. But even if I hit the third, I don't think I was gonna get there because that was a long throw. 4-3 New York now. No runners on, 1 out. Bottom 8 for Conforto. So it's Tyson Grant. So both teams got a run. So it's 3-2 New York. Now it's 4-3 New York. 2 down. I should get up at them because they got 1 in the 7th. Probably that runner at third, but then we got 1 in the 8th. I'm due up third. It's 1, 2, 3 due up. It's Hernandez, then Gonzalez, then me. So I'll be the tying run, possibly the go-ahead run, and I'm up with two outs. So I'm the tying run. I did get a single last time, but here we go. No runs on 2 outs, top 9. Homer ties it. And that's a foul ball. Here we go. Come on, boys. That's a ground ball. It's literally right down the middle. I could have hit that out. But it's a base hit. And now time runs at first base, which is obviously me. And then the go-ahead run's coming to play in the form of Travis Shaw. 2-1 count. You might want me to steal. No, I'm just 2-1 count. I was going to put this one in play because I have it settings on action pitches. So it'll be in play here. And that's a fly ball. Well, it did over Titmus's head. No. Mets win. If that got over his head, I might have been able to score. Because I was right around, probably just beyond second when he caught it. If he dropped it, or if he didn't drop it, but if it got over his head, I'm at least only did the third. Maybe I was going to score. But unfortunately, we never know. Went 2 for 5 with 2 singles. But unfortunately, the Mets win the game 4-3. Despite we had 12 hits, they had 7. But unfortunately, the Mets win the game 4-3. This series, you don't know rubber match. Let's play that rubber match right now. Assuming I get to play in it. Well, I'm playing in it. Depends if I'm starting or if I'm pinch hitting or pinch running. But they should start me. And they are. Let's watch the condition. Matt Sturgeon. We're 76 and 56. There's 63 and 71 rubber match of this 3-game series. And obviously, then we'll play the next series, which is a 3-game series against the Cincinnati Reds at home in Philly. Or at home in Philly. 2-0 Philly in the first. Good job. So let's say it was back-to-back home runs or something. Or a hit, and then a 2-run shot, line drive, base hit. This is against Steven Matz, it was a lefty versus lefty, base hit for Babe Ruth Jr. He has, 3 singles in the series, 4 now, and 3 RBIs. 6-game hitting streak. I think I had 3 coming in, and I got a hit in each game. 4 hits only in the series, and it's the 3-game series. Here's a ground ball, Kipnis. That's probably going to be at least 1, and it is 2 double plays. Obviously, in the series, I have 4 hits, all singles. Do have 3 RBIs, because I've said that sac fly in game 1 and that 2-run single in game 1. Here's Kevin Puetti, no runners on, no runners out. Bottom 2, 2-0. Philly. And Puetti will hit one to not deep right field, but medium deep right field. 1 down. He is a right fielder, by the way, like I said, and he also didn't play first base. When he was on the Mariners and not a starter, the games he did start were usually at first base, but at least the Phillies, the man in the trade, like I said, and they traded me to the Phillies, and they started me. What's happening here? Here, that ball is demolished. Send it or kiss it goodbye. I don't know if it's send it goodbye. 420. 418 on his 2 feet off. Number 49 for Babe Ruth Jr. No doubt, or into the upper deck and straight away right field. Kiss that baseball goodbye. I said originally send it goodbye. send that baseball goodbye. I meant to say kiss that baseball goodbye, but either way, it's number 49. Oh, sorry, I just hit the tray table again. But kiss that baseball goodbye. 49th home run of the year for Babe Ruth Jr. And like I said, kiss that baseball goodbye. Like I said, yeah, 100%. Because that ball into the second dead and straight away right field. 418, 104 miles per hour off the bat. Kiss that baseball goodbye. And it is now 4-0 Philly, but now it's 4-2 Philly. It was 4-0 Philly because that home run made it 4-0 Phillies, and now it's 4-2. Time run at the plate. And that ball is in play. Playable for Babe Ruth Jr. 2 down. That made it 4-0, right? Yeah, that made it 4-0 in the third, but now that both teams scored 2 here in the third. Mets aren't done yet, and next batter, here's Porter again. So that's my first home run was Babe Ruth. And here we go now. That's on a long play, or it's on a tough play. Now go all the way to the wall. Both runners at 68 speed, and the runner at first will come all the way, or runner at second will go around come around the score. Or no, there was a runner at first. Yeah, the runner at first came all the way around the score. 4-3 now. Now it's 6-3. 2 for 2 with a home run, a single, and 2 RBIs. After that home run was a 2-run home run into the second dead in right field. I see that. Like I said, I mean, he kissed that baseball goodbye. Oh, he hung that. He did though, because like I said, I was only 2 feet off on my desk. I said 420. It was 418. I was only 2 feet off. I just said it was 104 miles per hour off the bat. It was a no-doubter, and it went into the upper deck or the second deck, and straight away right field. And like I said, Babe Ruth Jr. kissed that baseball goodbye. Ground ball is to be 2, and that ball is thrown wildly, but they stood at the runner at first. As the first person threw it to the shortstop covering second wildly, but they stood at the out at first. It shot as slow as molasses. Runner sent it 1 out, full count to Hunter Dozier. Full count, and that's a line drive, and that will be caught by the left fielder. I'm not tagged in because that was a straightaway. That was a line shot or a line drive out. The right field I might be tagged in, but left field no way. 1-2 count to Pedro Neviez. I always say his name wrong. It's 1-for-1. And it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Halfway home here in New York, 6-3 Philly. Looking for the series win here. And after that, we have a 3-game series against the Reds at home after this at, Citizens Bank Park in Philly. And 6-4 Philly now in the 6th. And now 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. And it's still 6-4. 3 for 3 with a home run, 2 singles, and 2 RBIs. And that's a line drive. It's coming in as Sprinter, and he's there. Good catch. It's only a 2-run game. Remember that. And now bottom 9. Here's my Sprinter. Sprinter is literally he's a double away from the cycle because he had a pop out to the catcher, a single, a solo home run, then a triple. He's a double away from the cycle. And he's a tying run here in the 9th. Runner at first, 1 out, bottom 9. Philly is up 6-4. And that ball is going to be caught. 2 down. Home 9 down. The Mets are down their final out. And we win. We do finish the month. Last day of the month, it was August 30th. Let's say I think we're off on August 31st. Or no, I think we were off on the 28th, so 29, 30th, 31st. So we went. The Phillies won the last game of August. Obviously, there's still one month to go. A month and change really. I went 3 for 4, obviously, with home run, 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and a run scored out. For this game, I was a top notable player for Philly. Ben Gamel also homered. Henry Fernandez had a double, and then Neviez had a single and a run scored. As Danny Griffith got the save, obviously single, stranded at first base, home runs, obviously scored on the home run, and then single, stranded at second base, and then an L8. And obviously that home run was a no-doubter into the second deck and straight away right field. And obviously, I just been saying, Babe Ruth Jr., well, it was a no-doubter, and he kissed that baseball goodbye because he hit that a long way. Obviously, it was only 418 feet, but it was a no-doubter, and he kissed that baseball goodbye. As, let's see how we gained the game out of that, because if I remember right, I go over to right here. Looks like the Braves lost on the 28th when we didn't play, so that brought us up to 3.5 games, and then 3.5 games, and I think then they lost when we lost on the 30th. Did they lose on the 30th? No, that was on the 29th when we won. That was in 4.5. It's really confusing, but either way, we're up 4 games now. We're about to play the Reds for 3 games at home in Philly, and the Reds are in 4th place in the NL Central, so yeah. Like I said, the Reds are in 4th place in the NL Central, 20.5 games behind the Cubs for 1st place in the NL Central. I mean, you have the Cubs who are in 1st, but then you have the Cardinals 16.5 games back, Brewers 17.5 games back, Reds 20.5 games back, and the Pirates 22 games back. Closest division, and then you have the AL Central with the White Sox in 1st, Cleveland's a half a game back, Detroit's 2.5 games back, Minnesota 6.5 games back, and then Kansas City 16 games back. But anyway, for us, we're in 1st, Atlanta's 4 games behind us, and then after that, Miami 11.5 games back, Washington 13.5 games back, and then New York, who we just played and won the 3-game series 2 games to 1, they were 15 games back. Here we go, and obviously the last 2 series of the season, we played the Braves for 4 in Atlanta, and then the Nationals for 3 in our nation's capital. Obviously, the Braves are in 2nd, and the Nationals are in 4th right now. Here we go, let's end the game. We at least got to take 2 out of 3, if not sweep the Reds. At least win the series at this point. Let's go with Ben. Let's start this one in the playoffs like Travis Shaw. Why not? But apparently they skipped that. I thought I was going to have an interaction, but they skipped it. I'm batting 3rd, still on fire, 88 overall. Travis Shaw's batting cleanup, which is batting 4th. He's at 81 overall, and also a lefty, but he's ice cold. And Dozier is on fire, and then with the last 3 guys in our lineup, the catcher, the shortstop, and also the pitcher all have the snowflake. And on the other side, their pitcher has the fireball, or the fire, along with their left fielder, their shortstop, and the 3rd baseman, and then the right fielder has the snowflake. Let's end the game right now. I boosted everybody except for Hunter Dozier. I'm friendly now with Travis Shaw after that last, after I just talked to him, although it skipped it for some reason. I'm at 413, 49 home runs, 146 RBIs, one home run away from 50, and there's still a month and change to go in the season. Let's watch your presentation. Matt Sturgeon. We sweep. We'll have 80 wins in the year. Bill Littlefield, no runners on 2 outs. Bottom 1 for me. And that's a ball flown to right field. That ball is at the wall, and it will not get out of the park as it's caught at the wall. As Bayward Jr. David arrived, but not quite enough. At least not enough to get it out or get it off the wall. 2 on, 2 out, bottom 3 out. Here's our first Namit challenge of the episode. It's driving a run. 2 on, 2 out, bottom 3. 35th pitch coming from Mario Garcia, the pitcher for Cincinnati. That's the pitch. As a line drive over, Vaughn was leaping glove into the corner. But at 3:30 sign, 1 run will score, and they're going to hold the second runner. As Bayward Jr. with a line drive down the right field line for an RBI double. Completed that challenge just over the 55th double of the year. Just over the leaping glove of Votto at first. Full count out of Shaw, 1-0 Philly as they strike first here in game 1. Full count. And it's a line drive, base hit. Runner at 3rd will score. I'm coming around. Here comes Bayward Jr. and he's safe. Travis Shaw with a 2-run single. 3-0 Phillies. Trying to get out of his slump right there, and he might have, at least a little bit. Here we go. Top 4, no runners on, no runners out. 3-0 Phillies. And that ball is caught by Babe Ruth Jr. 1 down. Okay, runner at first, nobody out. Bottom 5, Sutton's the starter for Cincinnati. 3-0 Philly. And that ball is lined down the line, and that almost hit the ball boy. And Nev Sturgeon, the play-by-play announcer, just said Favorite Jr. won the oddest player of the month for the NL, which he should have, because he had a heck of a month. And at the line drive over Votto again, and the runner at first will go to third, and he'll be safe easily. Runners in the corners, nobody out for Philly in the fifth. Here's Shaw. Full count, runners in the corners, nobody out. New pitcher, Cody Reed. Shaw's trying to extend his lead early. 1 for 2, that RBI single, or a two-run single rather. Ball 4, bases loaded. And now Hunter Dozier's up 1 for 2 with the single in the third. Bases loaded, nobody out. It's a 3-0 count, which usually most of the time is a walk. And it is a walk. 4-pitch walk to Dozier. It's a base loaded walk and a 4-pitch walk. 4-0 Philly. Here's Baez, 0-2 count. And Baez grounds one. I will score. Will it be 2 though? And everybody's safe as the shortstop threw it wide. Center baseman did catch it. Then I'll slap him with an E5. The third baseman rather. That was a third baseman. And I'll slap him with an E5. But he was throwing for the 5-4-3 double play. He didn't hit anyone in that. And the Reds have 3 errors, and we have 1. It's 7-0 Philly in the 6th. So it's Cody Reed, who he gave up what, like 4 runs or 3 runs. I think the 4th one was charged to the previous pitcher. Good catch. He almost overran that one down. Cody Reed, our team, highest team ERA. Reds are first. They have a 4.44 team ERA, and that's first for a team. That's first among the highest team ERAs, which is not a good thing. For that, you want to be last. And that ball is at the wall. Will he just reach up and catch it? No, it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Good play that did that, and it's only a double. But like I said, the Reds have a team ERA at 4.40, or have a 7.4 now. 7-4, no runs on 2 outs, bottom 8 now, so they were down 7-0, now it's 7-4. That's a ground ball up the middle, sliding, stopped by the center baseman, the pit by Votto. The veteran has been in the lead, for like a long time. And now, here's 8-9, 1 do it for Cincinnati in the 9th, down 3, and then Danny Griffith, I assume our closer. So, and that ball is gone. Number 8 batter goes deep, and it's a 2-run game. Almost hit that peanut guy or peanut lady in the back of the head. And we win, barely. And he only gave up that home run, so the first batter of the inning, Griffith gave up a home run, and he gave up 2 hits. The first one a home run, and he pitched it in 2 hits, no strikeouts, that 1 run, which was the home run, and then no walks. I went 2 for 5 in the game with a double, a single, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Let's do it in the 7th game of the series and the 5th game of the episode. This episode, we're 3 and 1. So 2 more names to go. Assuming he's playing in both. And it looks like, he's playing in this one. He's just only a pinch hitter. So I'm not sure what the score is. 2-1 Cincinnati. No runners out, 1 out. Bottom 5. And this is for the pitcher, so I'll only do this 1 at bat, unless we bat around in this inning. That's a ground ball, spiked into the ground past Votto and the center baseman, and now it's no. Got by the right fielder a little bit, but it's only going to be a single. But I spiked it into the ground. I swung into the ground. It was a high chopper, but out by Votto and the center baseman. Here's the top of the order, William Becker, and that will be a slide and catch by the right fielder. What a catch, 2 down. I'm a tie and run. I have a hitting streak now. I'm still alive after that hit. Here's Damel, over 2 strikeouts. Good thing I was pretty low in the bat because that was really quick. Paying attention to me because I can definitely steal some bases I'm not going to, but also I'm a tie and run. Slide step right there, and it's a swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for Damel. You suck. Well, you suck. And new pitcher, come on, guys. Can we win? No, we don't win. I thought that was us for a second because of the red. But that was the red. Or that was the I thought the Red Hats, I thought that was us, but it was the Reds. And we lose 4-1. And I said one for one with that single. Let's get into the sixth, the third and final game of the series, and the sixth and final game in the episode. Last game in the episode, regardless if we win or lose, let's get into it as we're at 3-2 on the episode. Rubber match of this series too. Let's watch a presentation by Sturgeon. Dead away day. Well, no, I think this is a Sunday. It's not dead away day. I mean, we're literally, I don't know how we lost. We almost have opposite records. Almost. We have 78 win, win number 79, trying to win the series. And win the series 2-1. And for this episode, if we win this game, we'll be 4-2 in this episode. Man, it's really sunny. And it's Charlie Castro, which doesn't sound like a real player at all. I mean, I just... 2021 NL All-Star. The last episode of the series, like I said, went up on what, June 1st of last year. I know, with the Home Run Derby and the All-Star game. And Babe Ruth Jr. did win the Home Run Derby, which was, this is 2021. This is only the show 20, but this is the 2021 season. And 2021 Home Run Derby and All-Star game was in Miami for some reason, although in 2017 it was there. But he did win the Home Run Derby, and he did hit a home run in the All-Star game, he did win the Home Run Derby and hit a home run in the All-Star game. And the NL won the All-Star game, I think 5-0. Still 0-2, or 0-2. It's like the fifth pitch of that bat or something. And that's a ground ball to center baseman. 1 down, or 2 down. No, 3 down. So I forgot about third. And 2-0 Phillies though. No runners on, 2 outs, bottom 3. Starting pitcher for Cincinnati. And that's a foul ball. It's really sunny. Last time I set 1 for 1 with that single. Only 1 at bat because it came in for pinch hit for the pitcher. That's a line drive, base hit, single for Babe Ruth Jr. Hit streak alive. It's what? It's 9 games, isn't it? Yeah, 9 games. I've hit in every game in this series, or in this episode, including the game opposite. Last game I hit pinch hit for the pitcher. And just a steal. It was a little bit of a late steal, and I am out by I did get out. It wasn't by a lot, but it was a good amount. Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Phillies. Up 2-0 still. That's all. Jan coming in as the center fielder. I believe he was playing deep. No, they said infield and outfield were both straight up normal, but that dot fell in front of the center fielder. You didn't see that because I hit it away, but I am first for hits for the Phillies as a team, and probably first in hits in the NL maybe. I don't know. Here's Dozier, 2 for 2 with what? I think it's like a double, single, and an RBI. 0-2 pitch, and he strikes out as well. So a single and then bat-to-bat strikeout, 2 down. 7th strikeout of the game for that. And there's Pedro Nieves or whatever. 2-2 count. Runner at first, no, 2 outs. And he strikes out as well, so I hit a single and the next 3 guys strike out. And we down 7th inning now. And now the bases are loaded. Bases are loaded, 2 outs, bottom 7, 2-0 Philly. 2-0 Philly. It's Robert Stevenson and Shoulder Shaitan. That's a line, drive will get down, and well! 1 runner will score. Here comes the second runner. The throw is cut off. Then thrown to the plate, safe. 4-0 Eagles, or 4-0 Phillies. We're not talking about football. I knew I was gonna do at least that. I knew I was gonna say Phillies or Eagles instead of Phillies once because of football. But 2-run single for Babe Ruth Jr. and it's now 4-0 Phillies. 0-2 pitch, pops sky high, and that will be the end of the inning. But it's now 4-0 Phillies, not Eagles. It's now 4-0 Phillies thanks to the 2-run single by Babe Ruth Jr. 4-0. I almost said I was about to say 4-0 Eagles again. I said it once. Now I'm used to saying it. You'd think, or I'm not used to saying it, but because I said it once, I might say it more than once now. But it's now 8-1 Phillies. Runner sending 2 outs, bottom 8. Here's Blumenstein wide open. And it's now 8-1 Phillies. Runner sending 2 outs, bottom 8. That's a high fastball. That's the pitch. That ball is foul. As those it was only fair, but that ball just tailed right and was foul probably by a foot, maybe less. I don't know. And that's another foul ball. 4 runs in this inning. It's now 8-1 Phillies. And that's a ground or line drive in the right field base here. Then the runner around third. Throw by the right fielder is way up the third base line. The runner sitting is safe at the plate. 9-1 Phillies. As we're up by 8 now. And that's 9-1 Phillies now here in the 8th. As they've scored 5 runs here in the 8th. Now it's a 3-1 hitters count to Shaw. 9-1 Phillies. 3-1 hitters count. All 4. 2-on, 2-out, bottom 8 for the Phillies. Already up 9-1. Attendance 30. Well, it said 32,000. Now it says 35,000. Still pretty good. New pitcher Tom Vinson. It's a swing and a miss. In and over. We did it 5 runs though in the 8th, and the Phillies are up 9-1 as we head to the 9th here in Philly. 3 more outs for the win, and we haven't got that yet. 9-1 Phillies. Runner at first, 1 out for the number 7 batter from Cincinnati. And that ball is a fly ball, right field, and I almost overran that. 2 down, and the Reds are down to the final out this afternoon. And that is your game. Phillies win. The Phillies win the Mets series 2-1, and now they win the Red series 2-1 as well. As obviously in each series we won in each series we played 2 series, 3 ends against the Mets in New York and 3 ends against the Reds here at home in Philadelphia. We won each series 2-1, so each series, like I said, we had 2 wins, 1 loss, or 2 wins and 1 loss. So total we went 4-2 in the episode, which is over a 500 winning percentage. I'm not exactly sure what it is exactly, but total we went 2-1 in each series, and we played 2 series. So total in the episode, the Phillies had 4 wins and 2 losses. I went 4 for 5 with I'm not even one of the notable players for Philly. I never had an extra base hit, but I went 4 for 5 with 4 singles and 3. Babe Ruth Jr. He's not one of the notable players for Philly, but he did go 4 for 5 with 4 singles and 3 RBIs. Like I said, Babe Ruth Jr. did go 4 for 5 with 4 like I said, Babe Ruth Jr. went 4 for 5 with 4 singles and 3 RBIs. And like I said, next episode of the series will be the last 2 series of the regular season, which is the 4-game series against the Braves in Atlanta, which that's going to be a huge series. And then to end the regular season, the Phillies have a 3-game series against the Nationals in Washington D.C., our nation's capital. Head of an episode. I only had that 1 home run, and I think I only had 2 extra base hits. That 1 home run and then a double. But I'm not sure how many RBIs I had, but I said I'd probably at least have 7 or 8. I probably had that 2 extra base hits, a home run and a double, but still, like I said, it's probably 7 or 8 RBIs. I had a lot of hits. I got a hit in every game. So I had a 3-game hitting streak. Now it's a 9-game hitting streak. Let's see, starting in 5 of the 6 games. He only didn't start in that 7th game of the Red Series, but he did pinch hit and down a single. So now he has a 9-game hitting streak. Obviously, still a long way from DiMaggio's record of 56 games or whatever. But yeah. Hopefully the next episode of the series will be sooner than later, but also who knows when it's going to be, because MLB Show 22 does come out very soon, and obviously you're wondering why MLB Show 22, where you have MLB Show 21. Yes, I do, but you couldn't port any of your Road to the Show characters or franchises from MLB Show 20 and MLB Show 21, and it looks like you can port your Road to the Show characters, or really MLB Show 21, you only could have 1 Road to the Show character per account. So, but it looks like you can import that 1 Road to the Show character, and no matter how you can have unlimited franchises, but MLB Show 21 you only didn't have 1 Road to the Show per count. So you can, but it looks like you can import that 1 Road to the Show character and then all your franchises if you have any. No matter if you have 1, 10, or 20, you can import all those in MLB Show 22, which the cover athlete is obviously, that cover athlete of MLB Show 22 is obviously Shohei Ohtani, the AL MVP from last year. Hopefully it's baseball this year, because obviously spring training, well, all the names have been canceled. Well, not all of them, but most of them. And obviously, the commissioner Rob Manfred said Tuesday of last week that the first 2 series of the season have been canceled. Like so we're not gonna have a 162 game season. And it's not maybe like 150, but they still have to make the agreement, the MLB and the MLBPA. So yeah. We had 12 hits in this game. Philly did. I had 4 of them, so I had a third of our hits. Babe Ruth Jr. had a third of the Phillies' hits. So yeah, that's a video on this channel. I'm not sure when it's gonna be or what it's gonna be. It could be the next episode of my Green Bay Packers Madden 22 franchise series, and if it is, it'll be obviously the Super Bowl. Because obviously the next episode of that series will be the Super Bowl, and that could be the next video on this channel. It might be. It might not be. It could be that video. It could be another video. I don't know, but obviously you guys will find out when I post it. Okay, that's how much on the board. If you had subs, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, aunts, uncles, pets, friends about these videos. And I'm gonna see you. And I'm gonna see you in episode number 36 of this Babe Ruth Jr. Road to the Show series. See you in episode number 36. And you don't let it bait in and go Phillies.